Have all your notes and your note cards, the next thing you have to do is make your outline. And part of that is writing your thesis. But this is where you go to do it. So you go to your class up here, and then you always go to classwork up there because that organizes everything. Now you can go to where you need to go. And here we go with the outline. So you click that, and it will take you to a blank doc. That's where I want you to do your outline. In your research booklet, you have this page that says Outline Directions. You want to open up to that because that will walk you through step by step. It tells you what to do. So you want to make sure everything's double spaced. You want to create a heading. So here's your heading over here. It's your name, whatever your name is, your teacher's name, the date, and then the assignment. And then you go down a couple spaces and center it, and you have the title of your outline, which can just be the title of your photograph or your song. Remember, photographs would be italicized, and works of art would be italicized, and songs are in quotes. And then you want to write your thesis. So you write thesis right there, and then a colon, and then you got to think about what is the main idea of this paper. Well, if these are the paragraphs of the paper, you got an introduction, historical background, artist biography, description of the work, analysis of the work, cultural significance, conclusion. Which of the paragraphs seems to be the culminating big idea of your paper? It's this one down here, the cultural significance. So your thesis should be whatever your claim is about the cultural significance of your work of art, because that's really the idea that the whole paper is building to. Every other paragraph is basically set up to get you to this cultural significance idea. So that should be the thesis of your paper. So I'm doing a pretend paper on the song Mississippi Goddamn by Nina Simone. And my thesis would say something like this. Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddamn captured the anger and frustration of Black Americans as white supremacists used increasingly violent tactics to stop the progress of the civil rights movement. This idea here, it captured the anger and frustration of Black Americans. That's sort of the cultural significance. What did the song do? How did it get to what was happening at the time? Well, it captured the anger and frustration at the violence used by white supremacists and how Black people were justifiably angry. So there's my thesis. So you got to take some time, think about your thesis, and then write your thesis. After that, once you're ready to move on to the outline, then you're going to want to turn to this, have this open in your packet in front of you. But then you aren't going to want to be at your NoodleTools. And this is where the page it gives you when you go to note cards. It gives you this sort of bird's eye view thing. You want to hit detail. And that gives it to you like this. And each of your groups, if you titled the groups correctly, you should have each group as a paragraph, a body paragraph of your paper. So we have historical background, artist biography, description of the song, analysis of the song, and cultural significance. Now, mine happened to be in the right order. If you made yours in a different order, they might be in a different order, but if you have that one paper in front of you, you know what order the paragraphs are supposed to go in. So the first paragraph is the historical background paragraph. Now, before I get to that, I'm going to go down a couple spaces, and I'm going to go hit this numbered list, but I'm going to hit the arrow, and I'm going to this one. This is the kind of outline I want. Roman numerals and then capital letters. So it automatically makes a Roman numeral 1. And what's the first paragraph of the paper? Well, it's the introduction. Nothing fancy. And if I hit return from there, it automatically sends me down to a Roman numeral 2. But I don't want a Roman numeral 2. I want to go to my first A. Now, there's a couple different ways you could do this, but the best way, I think, is to use these buttons up here, the decrease indent or the increase indent button. If I hit the increase, I want to go in. So if I hit the button with the arrow pointing in, it automatically turns it into an A. And I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I'm just going to say opening statement, and then B, thesis. And there's my intro. That's it. Now, if I hit return, it gives me a C. I don't want a C. I want to go to a Roman numeral 2. So I go up here and I hit the back button, and that will push it back out to a Roman numeral 2. Now, this is the first major body paragraph of my paper. And as we all know, it is the historical background paragraph. So you give the paragraph the title of the paragraph as it is on this sheet here. Now, if I highlight historical background here, it brings up all the cards that go with that paragraph in that group. And I'm going to look at the titles of each. And this is where I have to determine two things. A, I only need 2 citations per paragraph. I can have more than that. Are there any of these cards that really don't fit or that are repetitive with another card? What cards do I want to use? I need to figure that out first. Second, what order do I want these to go in? What is the most logical order for these? They might not be the order that you have here. It might be a different order. So you have to think about what order you want before you can fill out the rest. But once I'm ready to do that, I hit return again, and since I want to go in for an A, push in. Now, if I titled my cards with good titles, I've got half this battle already figured out because I can easily just plug in the titles as my A, B, and C. Now for this one, I'm going to want to start out with Medgar Evers Murdered. So Medgar Evers Murdered. I want that to be my A. Then I want televised racial violence to be my B. And then I'm going to want Birmingham church bombing to be my C. So that's the order that I want these to go in. I'm not writing my paper in my outline. Each entry in the outline should be a very brief description of what is on the card, of the quote or the paraphrase that you're going to use. It should be a very abbreviated version of what you're putting down. After that, I want to go to a 3. So I got to go up here and have it push out. And my next paragraph, I unclick that one. Next paragraph is artist biography. Return, but I want to go in. So I'll start out, seems logical to start out with Simone's Youth. And I'm going with capital letters. And then I need, let's see, this one probably makes sense, beginning of musical career. So I'll go with that. And then finally, Simone's musical style. And so as I've done, if I've titled these correctly, I can just go with the good titles. If you haven't titled them correctly, you're going to need to sharpen up your entry titles here. But then after you go artist biography, then you have description of the song, then you have analysis of the song, and then you have cultural significance. And finally, once you get to the end, blah, 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 get to the end, then you would have your conclusion. And you do need to do a conclusion. So let's just say I skip these and I do a conclusion. So this would really be, it wouldn't be paragraph 4, it would be paragraph 7. But let me just show you what a conclusion should look like. We're just going to keep it very simple. So you restate thesis and then final thought. Boom. You don't need to write the paper in the outline. You're just doing abbreviated version. And that's it. Mindeman out.